What's up, college football fans and Mean Green fans? Sonoy Valente here once again with the Mean Green Show. Today, joined by a new guest in Ryan Davenport, a former North Texas player, current donor, season ticket holder. The work's been really close with the program for quite a few years, and it took a little bit of arm twisting and a chasing on my part to get him on this podcast. But I'm glad he's here. And again, hoping Ryan's going to be here, a regular on this for this 23 season. Ryan, you want to give a little quick introduction on your North Texas days and your affiliation?
Well, it wasn't too much arm twisting. I appreciate you having me on. Yeah, I think you let it in right. I played in for North Texas in the mid 2000s, 2005, 2008. Started my career as a linebacker, played fullback here. Had a coaching change, played for Dickey, and then Coach Dodge came in, and then ended up finishing my career defensive end the last two seasons. So uh, after graduation, have worked in the local area, still close with the UNT alumni and Letterman's associations, and proud to be a supporter of the Mean Green.
One funny story we were talking about pre-tape was Ryan, as well as some of the other players back in the day, used to get their news from Go Mean Green. So it just really speaks to what Harry has built there in that forum. And I think players are still jumping on there, whether their coaches want them to or not. But Go Mean Green is still going strong. Okay, but the news that's broke. We're filming this August 21st at 9:09, so I don't think it's broke yet. But by the time that it has broke, we'll put this up, and that is the quarterback competition is over, and Stone Earle is coming out as QB1. Myself included, with pretty much everybody who's a media member affiliated with the team close to the situation, pretty much ruled Stone out as Chandler Rogers came in from ULM. Rogers bringing in a really high completion rate of like 68%, something insane, and really has a lot of tangibles that are strong. People, kind of myself included, have kind of compared him to a Frank Harris-esque player, just a similar dynamic. Will extend the play to look to pass and brings a lot of things that a lot of quarterbacks don't have to North Texas. And you've got to give Stone Earle credit, man. He stays locked in. He just rides the wave and comes out on top. But Ryan, I mean, what are your thoughts on this battle? I mean, was Stone somebody that you thought really had a chance when Rogers made that initial decision to transfer here?
Well, no, I mean I don't think anybody did, and I think it speaks to the work he's put in the off season and embracing what the new coaching staff has brought. You don't get selected for that position, especially with a guy coming in highly recruited from ULM without really putting in a lot of work and earning the trust of those guys. So I think it's a really nice thing that he was able to get it done. But I think everybody's surprised.
So being that there's a quarterback one now, and they're going forward with Stone. Does it give you a sense of comfort though that this, I mean, a physical game, right? Everything that could happen. If something was to happen to Stone, that Rogers is waiting in the wings and could probably step into this offense. This Coach Morris is pretty much air raid type of offense, and kind of pick up. Hopefully, you would think where Stone left off, if that was to ever happen.
Well, going into week one here pretty soon, you've got to pick a horse and ride it, and you got to really be committed to that kid. I don't think that he has a bad game or throws an interception here or there, and you're now calling for his job. I think that's a mistake, but I think it is good. I think one of the things, I don't know if this was intentional or not, but Coach Morris kind of delaying this decision. Obviously, it shows how tight the competition was, but I think it's also with the new age recruiting and the way kids can leave colleges. To some degree, maybe you're holding out on that to keep kids around and give yourself a solid number two kid instead of running them off too early. And who knows? I mean, people get hurt in this game all the time. Something could happen. I hope it doesn't. But if it does, people step into positions when somebody goes down, and you got to have a solid number two there. Depth has always been a tough thing for a mid-major like UNT to have, and so the fact that they can keep some kids like that, I think, is a good thing.
Yeah, Stone Earl, he's not the biggest guy in the world. Not that he's small, but just not, not exactly a Tim Tebow back there or a Jace Reuter. But everybody from players and coaches and former coaches and people that I've talked to, even before this competition really heated up, just really spoke to Stone's physical toughness, his willingness to drop his shoulder down when he's running. Hopefully, he doesn't do that anymore. And also his mental toughness and just his ability to really block out, noise, outside noise, and just stay locked in. And yeah, I mean, obviously, just kind of pull the upset, if you will, in winning this starting job. Ryan, I know there's a lot of unknowns. It's a new head coach, new offense, plenty of new players. So it's really hard to gauge here. But with Stone Earle, now the trigger man, what do you feel like the floor is for this team as well as the ceiling?
Well, I've seen you ask a few guys that here recently on the show. For me, um, I think most people, I'm going to answer the way most people have. I think 7 wins would be ideal. More than 7 would be amazing. I think if they, lost, um, or excuse me, could only pull out wins in 5 games, that would be tough. 5 or below would be pretty bad for me. I know it's new. I know it's a lot of new kids, a lot of new coaches, all new coaches. But I think they got to come in and show that they're ready to compete at the American level. And 7 wins, I think, does that, and I think they can achieve it. Stone Earle sounds to me, based on the way you're describing him, kind of reminds me of a kid like Mason Fine. Somebody who doesn't care what the physical things say, but is willing to get in there and mix it up. And some of those games, I remember watching him; he was just incredible. So hopefully, we have that kind of leadership at the helm.
Yeah, very exciting stuff. Ryan, I appreciate your time. Looking forward to jumping on soon. And as always, go Mean Green.
Go Mean Green.